Yes. Welcome to Footer of Football News. I'm your host, Hann. Let's start off by Messi is one of the candidates for FIFA Men Players of the Year award. Despite, he's not playing for a major team. Inter Miami is not a major team to begin with. And secondly, his performance is not really astronomical to be nominated. I'm just calling politics at this point in time. And the thing is, his man Latroy Martinez wasn't nominated because they're saying Messi was nominated because he won Copa of America, but his man Loreto, he won the Copa of America, he won Serie A, and he also won the Golden Boot. So it's not making sense. But FIFA and politics, they go together. That's all it is. I think it's a biased thing. Other news, Ronaldo is still performing. He just scored his 915 goal. And so far, since turning 30, he has scored 452 goals. What a performance by the guy. At 39 years old, still performing how he's performing. Nothing but respect to the guy. And this season so far, he has scored 20 goals and 4 assists for his club and country. Talk about hardworking. And yet, he's not even nominated for the FIFA Men Players of the World. I'm not saying he should, but I'm just saying if we're going to put Messi in there, might as well just put him in there for all time's sake, I guess. One time for the what time, innit? Other news, after Pep being criticized of his team performance, he said, and I quote, which team around the world is consistent during 10 years? They don't exist, not in the NBA, tennis, golf, or any sport. In a decade of time like we have been, being consistent like we have been, you don't find it. He's not wrong, but sometimes, you can't blame people for preying on your downfall. It's the world we live in. Only few people support you when you're up, but on your downfall, especially the run they had. You killing me? 6 trophies, 4 of them back to back. Hey, it is what it is. So the Inter president responded to Marato. The Inter president Marato reacted to Laroto now being nominated. He said, "It's surprising and disappointing that he wasn't considered among the candidates. After an exceptional season, Lautaro deserves more respect and greater recognition." He's not wrong. He does though. Because winning the Golden Boot, winning the Serie A, and also winning the Copa of America, and you're not part of the candidates, but Messi is. Crazy. Again, it's biased at this point. On other news, Thomas Partey has yet to be offered a new contract, and Arteta said on the new deal, "We will have time to discuss about the situation. He is showing consistency and the highest level again because his availability and the way that he feels physical is allowing him to do that. I'm very happy with Thomas." But who knows? I think the thing is about most of the teams is once you're 30 and above, they're not trying to invest in you anymore because the risk of injuries plus your performance tend to be low, and you're about to retire anyway, so it's just better off you go to another team or head off to Saudi or come to MLS. And I feel like the same thing with Mo Salah still. Just the fact that he's 30 and above, they're not trying to renew his contract. Because most teams don't want to pay players a lot of money once they get that certain age. On another note, Ancelotti has said, remember, Real Madrid will be in the Champions League final in Munich. Despite them having a tough schedule coming up in the Champions League, my man is very confident they will be in the finals. I don't know what they're gonna do different than what they have been doing, because still half the defense is missing, and most of them are expected to come back in January. So we shall see how the procedure goes. On the other end, Man United and Christian Esterick are still expected to part ways at the end of the season. No negotiation is taking place over a new deal. I mean, I guess it is what it is. It's much you can do, but maybe Amorim might feel a different depending how he plays. So we shall see how that goes. Also, speaking of injuries, Harry Kane was subbed off with an hamstring injury against Tottenham over the weekend. According to company, he might be able to play again before the end of the season. Oh no, before the end of the month, I believe. So we shall see how that goes. I mean, he's playing phenomenal in the Bundesliga, still performing high, but we shall see how that goes. And finally, Justin Kovac has become the first player in the Premier League history to score a hat-trick on penalties. Talk about concentration. After the first two penalties, I'm missing the third one. What? But for him, he did three different styles. I mean, technically two type of style, but he was switching up every other time. But yeah, I mean, so far that's all in the football world. Until next time, I'm Han.